Greetings and welcome. I'm Dr. Mark Pitstick. Please visit soulproof.com/about to learn about my training, experience, and outreaches. This video discusses the Greater Reality Sharing Program designed for forward-thinking individuals who understand the importance of the Soul Phone Project and want to tell others about it. It's also for visionary thought leaders in religion, education, leadership, law, healthcare, business, and other fields who want to do the same. Two very life and world transformative Soul Phone Project events are planned to occur in 2025. First, official announcements of definitive scientific proof that now shows life continues after bodily death. And second, public demonstrations of technology with binary communication as providing a yes or no answer from post-material persons, that is, the so-called deceased. Two categories of post-material persons can be contacted or will be contacted in the future. First, your beloved family members and friends, but secondly, scientists, educators, religious teachers, and others who were luminaries while on Earth and want to help people and our planet. Both of these events, the announcements and the demonstrations, will be promoted by our team and a professional PR company. As such, the personal and global reach and impacts will be unprecedented. These two events are only possible after 25 years of research and development by Dr. Gary E. Schwartz, PhD, former professor at Harvard and Yale, and now professor emeritus at the University of Arizona. Dr. Schwartz directs the Soul Phone Project at the Laboratory for Advances in Consciousness and Health, and to learn more about that lab, you can visit lach.arizona.edu. Dr. Schwartz is assisted by an earthly team of electrical engineers, software developers, and research assistants. But this project is also possible only with the help of evidential mediums whose abilities to communicate with post-material persons has been verified under blinded and replicated conditions. So these highly sensitive individuals, what we call evidential mediums, allow some input from the A-team, which is what we call a group of about 30 post-material inventors, leaders, and others who are providing input. We have a number of these evidential mediums, and we especially look for information from the A-team that arrives independently and consistently. Since 2016, I've been the spokesperson for this project. I've also assisted research and helped with strategic planning and implementation. To learn more about the Soul Phone Project and watch videos about it, visit soulphone.org. The Greater Reality Sharing Program is for, as mentioned, visionary leaders in all fields and individuals who understand the potential benefits of the Soul Phone Project. For example, I recently described the project to a group of about 600 people on a webinar. Afterwards, an astute rabbi asked how she could help her congregants and other rabbis optimally prepare for the changes ahead, the predictable paradigm shift from this news, scientific proof of life after death, and public demonstrations of communication with people who have passed on. So when this rabbi got that, it was music to my ears, and we hope that leaders of all religions and other organizations will recognize the auspicious and historic nature of this moment and this endeavor. The Soul Phone Project will have, put mildly, profound benefits for many people on our planet. However, given the diversity among people, reactions will likely range from good, positive, to bad, negative, and everything in between. That's why sharing this project accurately, respectfully, and thoroughly is so important. we want to create a positive paradigm shift as much as possible, knowing that with some people that's just not going to happen. So reactions to the upcoming announcements and demonstrations may include, starting with the lower or negative reactions, anger, that this information doesn't totally align with their religious, cultural, or educational beliefs. For example, some religions believe that after bodily death, the soul is in the ground until a judgment day or rapture or something, when it flies up into the sky. And so presenting evidence of life after death and demonstrating communication with people who have passed is going to be totally antithetical to their beliefs. So they may have anger about that or totally discount it. Some people may have suicidal thoughts or actions. People whose lives are so miserable that the afterlife seems preferable to being on earth. And once they know for a fact that life continues, they may choose that. Again, we want to minimize these sorts of lower energy, negative, less optimal reactions. Another may be fear that this is the work of evil spirits, the devil, or controlling cabals, the people that control things on earth. I mean, we are prepared for anything. Another reaction could be concern that it's not the will of Creator for humans to learn what's beyond the veil. In other words, we should just keep having faith and trust and not look at all the scientific and clinical and first-hand experience evidence that's out there. Some people may experience doubt due to depression, hopelessness, and fear of being disappointed because this news sounds too good to be true. This is how I got started in 1972 while working in hospitals around lots of people, including children who passed on. That's why I decided to go to theology school then and search for evidence of the afterlife. This is 50 years ago, because I was open to the possibility that the idea of a caring, intelligent Creator and an afterlife perhaps fell into the same category as Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, or the Tooth Fairy. Humans just couldn't face reality. But 50 years later, I can tell you it's all great news how life is set up, and you're an important part of that. Some people may have closed-minded skepticism because this information doesn't align with their established beliefs. This might especially be the case for nihilists who don't believe in an afterlife and atheists who don't believe in a higher power. Dr. Schwartz says that many, perhaps most, academics, scientists are that, atheists and nihilists. And so that's why they don't look at the evidence for life after death, because they don't believe it exists. So any apparent evidence has to be wrong. It's just this closed-minded skepticism. And our approach is that we'll do everything we can to share the information, real scientific proof based on multi-centered, replicated, controlled, blinded studies at university laboratories. But, we can't make people open their minds. So we'll try, but we're not going to hold our breath waiting for closed-minded skeptics to be open to it or accept the information. The next level of reaction might be neutrality with a let's wait and see attitude, and that's okay. And that's kind of the tipping point between the negative, the fear and all that, to higher energy reactions to this. Because you understand that the skepticism from the ancient Greek and Roman times meant open-minded examination of all the information and then making an informed decision about what they thought was most true. So neutrality is approaching that, or is starting it off. let's wait and see. I want to hear more. So that's a good thing. Next, guarded optimism by open-minded skeptics that this great news might actually be true. Another level up, validation that their most innermost feelings and beliefs about life are indeed true. Over the years, I've worked with many people, especially elders, who say, all these things you're teaching, that life continues after bodily death and we see our loved ones again, and we each are part of source energy. I said, I knew that as a child. I knew that in my heart. And when the minister is talking about the opposite, I thought, well, maybe I'm wrong. I'm just a kid. What do I know? So this would be validation, like, it really was true what my inner voice told me. Now the level, hopeful empowerment. After knowing that the great news, which is described in article number 19, and this Soul Phone project, proving life after death, and seeing loved ones who have passed on is really true. Peace about all aspects of life, even the difficult parts such as aging, losses, and bodily death, are a lot easier when you understand what the Soul Phone project is proving and teaching and sharing. Healing and transformation can occur as people learn more about the nature of reality. I've worked a lot with a parents group, parents whose children have passed on, called Helping Parents Heal. And many of these parents have made the shift from deeply grieving to brightly shining after just one really good evidential medium session, where the medium provided detailed, specific information about their child that the medium could never know, because these are done blind. The subjects don't even provide their first name before the session, so there's no way the medium could look this up. Plus, they're really busy and they're really good. They don't have to do that. Well, consider then the global impact as millions and millions of people learn the evidence for life after death and watch the public demonstrations. And we consider that this well could be, along with another number of other developments described in Article 125, this could be the tipping point for humanity, for enough people to awaken, to do what they came here to do, and enjoy widespread conscious living. That's really what it's about. Another level of reaction, gratitude for how wonderfully life is set up. I'm certainly at that level now. I've gone from, how can you allow all this suffering, God, to, oh my gosh, the cosmos is so amazingly set up, but it takes a number of distinctions to make, information to learn, resources to fine-tune and balance yourself before you can put all that together, and that's what we're providing. Next, deeper feelings of connection with all life, people, animals, nature, your spiritual support team, angels, guides, etc., and God, the light. And finally, loving activism, perhaps the highest level of reaction to the news from the Soul Phone project, where people realize more about the big picture of life, remember who they are, eternal beings of energy, consciousness, share their special talents, and make the world a better place. So again, our goal is to facilitate positive paradigm shifts so a majority of people worldwide, or at least a significant minority, can have better reactions versus negative ones and can serve as a vanguard for sharing this information with others. We want to proactively inform and collaborate with forward-thinking individuals, especially those who have had spiritually transformative experiences, and at least who are open-minded about the information. We desire the same with visionary thought leaders in, again, religion, education, leadership, legal, healthcare, business, philosophy, entertainment, and in other fields. There are lots of benefits for individuals and organizational leaders who take part in this. You, your loved ones, your members, parishioners, employees, students, and clients will all benefit from the life-altering ramifications of the Soul Phone Project. Then they can help their family members, friends, co-workers, and others prepare for this upcoming announcement and demonstrations, again, to create a positive paradigm shift. So open-minded and open-hearted individuals can share this program with family members, friends, and others, with contacts of all types via social media and discussion groups, for example, church, spiritual centers, and other more evolved settings. Thought influencers and visionary leaders can contact all levels within their organization about the Soul Phone Project. They can share this great news with members of their organization via presentation, newsletters, and other ways of communication. They can contact me, mark@soulproof.com, about speaking to them and members of their organization so we can get this word out and prepare humanity for it. So I hope you'll consider how you can share this information and resources with others. Take action steps, telling them about the Soul Phone Project and the magnificent ramifications of it. All hands on deck are needed, and who knows, your contribution may create the tipping point that makes the difference, be the 100th monkey for many people and our planet. Finally, you and others can benefit from this Greater Reality Sharing Program in 3 ways. First, read article number 119 that this video is based on, Greater Reality Sharing Program, at least twice. And this article, again, is at soulproof.com, article number 119. Then share and discuss this information with others to help them and also more deeply internalize yourself. You know, teaching is one of the best ways to learn personally. Next, you can benefit by watching videos for all the Greater Reality programs, and those are available at both soulproof.com and soulphone.org websites. Just click on the top tab that says Greater Reality Programs, and then the sub-tabs for each of those programs, which include Greater Reality Living, Greater Reality Healing, Greater Reality Helping, and Greater Reality Sharing, which we're talking about here. Also attend meetings for those different groups when they begin in late spring of 2025, since all these programs overlap and interconnect. That is, watching the videos and attending the meetings will help you understand more how the Soul Phone Project helps people ultimately live, heal, and help themselves, others, in our world. So sign up for the free newsletters if you haven't already at soulproof.com and soulphone.org to learn the dates, times, and Zoom meeting numbers of these free meetings. There's no registration or membership required. We want to make all this as easy as possible for people around the world. We'll have different times for people in different time zones globally. So for more information, see these articles at soulproof.com/articles. Number 31, what is a post-material person? 72, Greater Reality Living Program. 82, the Greater Reality Healing Program. 119, the Greater Reality Helping Program. And number 125, 8 developments for widespread conscious living now. Thank you for doing all you can, following your callings about this, and sharing this information with others. Let it shine.